this is their mandate to keep inflation between 1% and 3%. The gloves have come off, and the governor of the Bank of Canada is saying, look, a fiscal policy, that's the responsibility of the government, but monetary policy, that's our thing. And we let it slide during COVID. But I think now that the economic part of the COVID story is coming to an end, gloves are off, and they have to deal with this inflation to meet their mandate.
It's confirmation of what you felt in your wallet for the past few months. Inflation in Canada has hit 6.8%, its highest mark since 1991. Economists say the Bank of Canada will need to continue to hike interest rates to bring it under control, a process that could trigger a recession.
It's always tricky because they always have to balance the fact that if they're too aggressive, it could tip the economy into recession. But if they don't act fast enough or strongly enough, aggressively enough, inflation will keep ticking up and get baked into the public's expectations, and that's a big problem.
By hiking rates, the Bank of Canada discourages spending. Fewer dollars moving around pushes prices down, but if inflation hurts, that cure can be even more painful. In the late 1980s, then Bank of Canada Governor John Crow jacked interest rates into the double digits to stop inflation of 5.6%, something economist Vivek Dehegia says did work.
That did lead to a short and quite sharp recession from 1990 to 1992, but it did lick the inflation problem. So there's always going to be that trade-off.
Under Crow, inflation fell to 1.49%, but raising rates could have a big effect on Canada's housing market. Crow's recession dropped inflation, but saw many Canadians lose their homes when inflation rates soared. Economist Moshe Lander says the Bank of Canada is aware of the risk, but prepared to take it.
If they end up destroying the housing market, or if they end up destroying the economy in the process, there's kind of an element here where they're going to shrug and say, it's not our mandate.
There's disagreement, though, on exactly how much Canada is responsible for this current inflationary cycle. Some upward pressure on costs are related to COVID shutdowns in China and the war in Ukraine. But since 2008, Canada has had rock-bottom interest rates that encouraged borrowing and spending. Dehegia says he expects to see the bank move rates up sharply, but Lander says economics works on a long timeline and current rate hikes could prove effective given enough time.
It's an unfortunate number that we saw today. I think that we're probably going to see 7% before this is all done. But understand that in about 3 months, 4 months' time, we're probably going to be talking about numbers that are 5%, 4%, and slowly coming down as those interest rates really start to bite.
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.